Afternoon all. We just couldn't resist it. Been quite busy this week with work and one thing and another, so not really got many days at our disposal, but we have managed to wangle a few hours this afternoon / evening. So we've flown down to the beach, grabbed a box of squid on the way, about an hour and a half from low tide. So we'll fish the tide down here, maybe an hour up as well. If the fish are biting, hopefully smoothhounds, small tope, and whatever comes along. Like I say, only got squid, very last minute thing. Hopefully we'll get a smoothhound or two. Rods are out, 2 or 3 hours fishing. We're gonna go after here down to Llandudno. Heard there's quite a few mackerel knocking about, so we're gonna try and catch a few to fill the freezer for me and the lads for next time we go toping. Right, fingers crossed we get a couple before we move on. See what happens. Not caught it, mate. Well, the hound's never put in an appearance. Had 2 little wraps on the rods, that was it. Don't think either was a hound. Fished about an hour 20, something like that, on the flood. Absolutely nada. So we're traipsing off, just going through some soft sand now, which is a bit draining on a big walk. Yeah, so off to Llandudno next, see if we can't stock up on our mackerel reserves, if we can be bothered, and if I catch a few I might even stay over and whack the baits, big baits out on the shore in the morning. See if I can't sneak a taupe out, but I don't know whether I can be bothered, to be honest. We'll go and get some mackerel, hopefully, and decide then. I've got a couple of hours spare in the morning, but don't know. We'll get back to you on that score. Right, let's smash this walk off, get back, get sorted. Go on then. Boy, come on. Come.
You want to play with it?
Yes, please. Not all bad, this sea fishing lark, is it? Oh yes. Right, finished my ice cream. It's melting, it's quite warm. Finished my ice cream and we'll head over to Llandudno. Had a right chunk of a mackerel. Second cast on me homemade feathers. Look at that one. Proper fishing. Great taupe bait. Right, hopefully we can catch a few today. It's only the second cast, so hopefully there's a few out there. Right, let's keep going. What a lovely spot this is. I don't think I've ever been to Llandudno before. It's beautiful. Really nice place. Had about half a dozen, 7 mackerel so far. I think I got here just a little bit too early. It's about hour and a half before high tide, I think, at the moment. I think I got here about an hour ago, maybe it's just a little bit too soon. I had one on my second cast, but then nothing else. I was actually, when I cast long a couple of times, I landed on top of either a school of mackerel or school of bait fish, and fish scattered on the surface, but it's right at the end of my cast. I think as the tide's come in a little bit, got a little bit deeper, they've come in closer. So shouldn't have any problem. Still undecided what to do tomorrow, whether go further down and try for a taupe with these mackerel. tempting. I had a shore caught taupe yet, so I may stay over and do that in the morning. But have a few more casts, get a few more, and then decide whether we're gonna take them home or take them toping. The homemade feathers are taking a bit of a beating, but they're certainly working. Look at that work of art. Doing the business. Well, that was a good little session. Had about a dozen mackerel, all decent sized ones, great sized tote bait. So the decision's kind of been made for me. I'm gonna head down a little bit further to a spot which I hope might do as a tote from the shore. I think it's a long shot, but you never can tell. Beautiful evening now, nice and sheltered in this bay here, so it's been dead pleasant evening. Not the rip-roaring wind that we had at Talacre before. Rightio, gonna get the dog fed and we'll head down there. It's gonna piss down in the night, so I'm gonna probably have to put my bivvy up. We'll be up early, high tide about 10 AM, something like that. Probably fish 2 hours up and maybe an hour down or something. Yeah, something like that. See how we go. Right, let's get cracking and we'll get over there. Well, this has been a pretty rough night. It has been absolutely wild. wasn't forecast. The rain and wind have just been unbelievable at times. I've only got my little bivvy here that we've pitched on the beach. I had 4 pegs in my bag. Obviously been travelling light last time I used it. It's just about held. As you can hear, it's starting again now. The waves that are coming into this beach, absolutely no chance. Just absolutely no way that I'm holding bottom. So yeah, bit of a pointless drive. It was actually reasonably enjoyable, to be fair, sitting out here with the rain coming down last night. It wasn't too bad. It was quite nice to be out, to be honest. Once you got your shelter up and that, it's quite nice to sit out and listen to the rain beating down. But there'll be no fishing, that's for sure. It is high tide in about half an hour. I've just kept putting it off and putting it off, hoping that the weather would pass, but it's not. So we're going to jump back in the car, shoot back over to Llandudno, and hopefully stock up on some mackerel to take home and get in the freezer. I'm going to drop this quickly while there's a tiny little break in the weather, and we'll get back over there, hopefully try and catch some mackerel. Should be a little bit calmer. I've just checked the weather does look better over there, and with it being in a little cove, it should be nicer anyway. So let's get this dropped and we'll get back in the road. Oh, the old homemade feathers are doing the business again this morning. Had about 20 mackerel, just been back to the car now, just put them in the cool box. Still quite a bit of ice in there, so should be fine till we get home. But shouldn't be running out anytime soon. So I had 12 last night, about 20 today. I'll stock up the freezer. Be laughing for our next taupe session, well, our next few taupe sessions. Tide's just disappearing now, probably 2 hours after high tide, maybe even a little bit more. 3 seals just came through really close in, and the mackerel seems to have done the off. But I have seen a couple of big bait balls up the getting hit further up. So I'm gonna, like I say, just been back to the van for a bit of brekkie. Gonna shoot up here a little bit further, see if we can't add half a dozen more before we head on home. Rory's enjoying himself, standing in the water watching me reel him in. Good? Having fun, mate? Yeah, he loves the beach. Just stands in up to his waist. Do dogs have a waist? Up to his belly. Right, let's have a few more casts, see if we can't winkle a couple of extra ones out. The size of that one. 18 inches across, maybe more. Beast. Oh, this was amazing. Whilst I was walking down, a massive big ball of bait fish started scattering on the surface, probably 200 or 300 yards up from where I was. So I literally ran down. By the time I'd got there, it all but stopped. So I chucked a rod out over the top of it, caught one straight away, but only one, and then literally disappeared. Absolutely gone. Didn't fished it for another 20 minutes, nothing at all. It was like 20-30 yards long where they were smashing it up against the shore as well. Crazy that. And then just like that, they're gone. We've worked our way back down over the last hour, the best part of an hour, and I've only had one more. So I was told that sort of high tide and a couple of hours either side is probably the best bet. So I think it's probably time to call it a day. We've got plenty of mackerel to take home, probably 30, something like that, which is great. So job accomplished, what we came down for. Unfortunately no smooth hounds and we didn't get the tote rods out, but it was always just a mackerel trip anyway. Everything else was a bonus. Right, I'll leave you with this lovely view of Llandudno and probably be back here again, no doubt, to stock up on the old Mackies if Anglesy's a bit slim. Right, thanks for watching. It's not been massively entertaining. Maybe it has. The drone footage is good, give it that. Right, no more waffling. We'll see you wherever we end up next. There we go, done and dusted. 28 wrap mackerel, ready to go in the freezer. We shan't be running out anytime soon. And we've got a little pike bait as an extra bonus.